My name is Shravnia Herker. Roll number CS03. Branch CSE, A. Subject OOPS. Topic differences: procedure-oriented and object-oriented programming. Procedure-oriented versus object-oriented programming. A comprehensive comparison of procedure-oriented programming, POP, and object-oriented programming, OOP, exploring their core concepts, fundamental differences, relative advantages, and practical applications in modern software development. What is procedure-oriented programming, POP? Understanding the function-driven programming paradigm. Definition. Procedure-oriented programming is a programming paradigm that uses procedures or functions as the fundamental building blocks. It follows a top-down approach where a program is divided into functions that operate on data structures passed as arguments. Advantages. Comparing the strengths of POP. Simplicity: easy to understand and implement, especially for beginners. Memory efficient: uses less memory and has lower overhead compared to OOP. Execution speed: generally faster execution for small programs with straightforward logic. Sequential flow: clear, linear program flow that's easy to trace and debug. Disadvantages. Comparing the weaknesses of POP. Scalability issues: becomes harder to manage as the program grows larger. Code reusability: limited code reusability compared to OOP. Data security: less secure as data is globally accessible with no access control. Real-world modeling: difficult to model real-world entities and relationships. Procedure-oriented programming. Best applied for 1. Small to medium-sized applications. 2. Performance-critical systems with limited resources. 3. Straightforward tasks with clear sequential steps. 4. Low-level hardware interaction and control. What is object-oriented programming, OOPS? Understanding the object-centric programming paradigm. Definition. Object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm that organizes software design around data, or objects, rather than functions and logic. An object is a data structure that contains both data, attributes or properties, and code, methods or procedures. Advantages. Comparing the strength of OOP. Modularity: encapsulates data and behavior into objects for better organization. Code reusability: strong reusability through inheritance and polymorphism. Data security: better data security through encapsulation and access control. Maintainability: easier to maintain, extend, and debug large applications. Disadvantages. Comparing the weaknesses of OOP. Complexity: steeper learning curve for beginners due to abstract concepts. Performance overhead: can be slower due to additional abstractions and memory usage. Program size: typically requires more lines of code and larger program size. Overengineering: risk of creating overly complex class hierarchies for simple tasks. Object-oriented programming. Best applied for large and complex software systems. Projects requiring high maintainability and reusability. Systems with naturally modeled entities and relationships. Applications needing frequent modifications and extensions. Thank you.